Good evening, everybody. It's Scott here from Hope Society. It's here to drop you another awesome episode of content. How is everybody feeling tonight? I'm feeling wonderful. It's a little chilly. It's already dark out, which I still have to get used to. Got the beard growing. It's getting cold outside. Seasons are changing, and the world's also changing. That is definitely for sure. So, what are we going to get into tonight? Well, we're going to be getting into Comey. We have reports that he is completely flipped. Completely flipped. He is singing. He is singing like a songbird. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into an article where a doctor is actually saying that pedophilia is something that's born into people. That's interesting. We have some other breaking news, little stories here and there. And at the end of it all, there are some secret tapes about Epstein that are going to be revealed tomorrow morning. So we're going to be talking a little about that. And don't forget, guys, Q's back as well. So before I jump into the news and all the good stuff, I need to do some shout outs and to give some love to some followers. If you guys haven't noticed, last video I did, I was at 2.1 subscribers. I am now at 2.7. We are almost at 3,000 subs, guys, and I really appreciate it. The channel is growing faster than I thought it would ever grow. We're killing it. We're absolutely killing it. We're reaching more and more people every day. So shout outs to everybody. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. It takes 1 second. And just share this with as many people as you can. Because you guys already know. You already know. We are getting censored every single day. Channels like this, we're a threat. We're an absolute threat. So share it far and wide, guys. And you guys need to follow some people I know on Twitter, alright? You got the effing doctor here. He's got the Q in there. He's a patriot. He's a personal friend of mine. I'm going to keep him somewhat anonymous, but he's a good dude. Good family dude. He is all in with this. I told him about Q probably about, I don't know, a couple months ago. He's all on board. Give him a follow. He is a good dude. He is all about getting the truth out there. And I can't forget my buddy Sean, who has been helping this channel tremendously. Absolutely tremendous. I don't even know this dude. I met him through YouTube. He saw my videos. He has been a stand-up guy. And I can't thank you enough, man. I really, really appreciate it. So he's now on Twitter. ThinkQing Anon. There you go, guys. Give them a follow. These guys are all about this movement, this red pilling movement. So thank you guys very much. I really appreciate it. All right. So first order of business. So everyone knows that the not Abdullah, I think that was his name. The guy, the ISIS leader that got killed, right? Everyone knows that when he blew himself up, you know, U.S. soldiers went in, they raided the place, they got documents, they got a lot of intelligence, and probably intelligence of who was connected, who was talking to these ISIS leaders from Israel, United States, maybe some other countries. We don't know. But this tweet here, we're going to get into this. Says, going to turn into more of a dog-eat-dog show as time marches on. Last I heard, Comey is ratting them out all since the ISIS raid. And the timing of it, guys, is not coincidental. There's been lots of reports that Comey has completely flipped. It hasn't hit the mainstream yet, but things that I've heard from other people that I've been talking to, Comey is talking, and he's talking a lot. So what I'm going to get into here is an article from Santa Surfing, who I've been in correspondence with since the last month. We also met on YouTube, and we've been giving each other great information back and forth. And I have no reason not to believe her when it comes to this story. So on her beachbroadcast.com blog here, it says, Comey flipped, confirmed by DOD insider, Gitmo or prison awaits. Comey loves his corrupt friend so much that as director of the FBI, he was never in it to protect us fellow Americans or our own country. He was in it to enrich those close to him. Comey would never flip on one of his buddies, but something must have happened to have him turn on his own buddies. Comey knows their dirty secrets. He knows the extent that they will go through to push their evil. Vile, satanic, corrupt, treasonous agenda, and he stood by their side all these years. We fought so hard to get our voices heard, and he did not care at all. According to our DoD insider, Comey is working with the DOJ and will take responsibility for his actions. Comey has said it went all the way to the top. And you know what that leads to? We all know what he means by that statement. Imagine the truth bombs Comey is sharing with the DOJ. He is spilling his guts right now. To further confirm the reliability of our source, this person has shared that something very big was going to happen. To be prepared, and days after this person shared that information, ICE leader Baghdadi, there's his name. You guys know I'm really good with names. Baghdadi was killed and we learned that Caliphate was taken down. This source further shared to be prepared, and we are beginning to see the havoc occur in some parts of our country, such as California, and you guys know the mess that California is in right now. Absolute mess. The amount of information that James Comey has available runs so deep that it is unimaginable. However, he is now willing to come clean and face his fate. It certainly seems that Gitmo or prison will have a new guest soon. What will be the outcome from this huge news that is completely confirmed by a DoD source? Additionally, with OpID and all that raided information from Syria, Italy, and the Vatican will be so damning for the swamp rats that they are now getting cornered. U.S. patriots need to stand together. Our source has been reliable since day one. We ask that you share this information with everybody. And that's what I'm doing here, guys. I am letting you know that this source that Santa has been consistent, from what I can tell. And, we'll see what happens. We do know that, Durham, Barr, they were all over. They were in Italy. They took their tour in Italy, and they got a ton of information. And all likelihood, the originations of Spygate, all the players that were involved with that. The Vatican was raided. Their financial division specifically was raided, and we know that high-powered elites funnel their money through the Vatican, and we can almost put money on it that it's for illegal money laundering. Almost guaranteed. So, would it really surprise you if Comey has flipped? Because everyone was freaking out when he didn't get nailed for the made-up memos or the leaked memos. Everybody was freaking out about it, and I was telling everybody, this plan is too big for the Patriots to take down just Comey on memos. If they're gonna go for the kill, they're gonna go right for the jugular. And this Spygate is going to bring them all down. It's gonna bring them all down. Durham is, he is bipartisan as it comes. So we got to see what happens. But another reason why I wanted to bring up Comey tonight, guys, specifically, is because, again, of the recent Q drops. You guys saw my last video, which it just hit 10,000 views. My second 10,000 view video in the last 3 weeks. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I went into what the test drops were by Q. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is it is also linked to Comey again. So what I wanted to do, guys, because I only did it was like a 3-minute video on the first Q drop since they were gone since August. I didn't get into great details because I didn't see anyone else reporting on it at all. So I jumped on, made a quick video, and there it was. But now we have some more information on what those drops meant. So I'm going to bring you guys to a thread by Praying Medic, and we're going to go through this because I think it's very important. And just for people to catch up, if you are new to Q, it's going to explain what these new drops are. And if you guys are new to Q, please go to qmap.pub and just start from the beginning, from their very first drop, and make your way through. It's like a book. Get yourself acquainted with the drops, because the ones, especially the older ones, they always seem to come back. You're going to hear the term past proves future. You're going to hear that, and that's because a lot of these drops end up coming up in multiple occasions. All right. So we're going to start with number 16. Yesterday, an Anon posted this test message on Acun, which was formerly known as Achan, but now it is Acun, /Q Research. I suspect this may have been Q's first post on the new board, and that he posted before he was logged in using his trip code. So again, that was the first one. We saw a test code, and then we saw a second one. The only difference is that this message ends with a number 2 instead of a number 1, and you guys can see it here. There's 1 and there's 2. The top image is Q's last post from August before 8chan went offline. Below, it is the first post on Acun yesterday with Q's identical trip code. And this was the big reason why, guys, I felt comfortable in reporting that this was actually Q. A lot of people a lot of the big names out there were uncertain to give it complete credibility because it's 8chan's anonymous. How do we know this is actually Q? This could be any shill out there that wants to throw a monkey wrench in the movement to pretend that they are Q, right? But from what I saw and what I saw from others researching it, this is the trip code. If you go on 8chan now, you can, or Acun, you can see the trip codes next to the letter Q, and they completely match. And this one down here was from 8chan, so they're matching trip codes. So we had no reason to not believe that this wasn't Q. We definitely believe it was Q. So I just wanted to clear that up because a lot of people were asking me, how do you know it's actually them? This is how I know. The trip code from the previous platform, 8chan, matched what was on Acun. Now currently the new platform where Q is going to post. So let's move on. The next post, 20 minutes later, was another test, but this one had more detailed information than the previous one. It's worth noting that every time Q posts the first time on a new board, he conducts a series of tests. And this has happened before. This kind of information can be helpful when evaluating whether the person posting with Q's trip code is actually Q. And you guys can see it here. This is from 11/2/19. And you have the sec config, sec test, and you see the previous one was from February 21st, 2018, the previous year. So Q seems to be doing this. They're always super secure, and they're always, I guess you could say, paranoid if they feel like whatever board they're posting on is compromised. So this was another indication that we definitely know this is Q. The few anons who were able to find the Q research responded, and they typed "we back," and one other anon said "welcome back Q, our bot is online." Another one responded, "you're a sight for sore eyes." Another one asked, "welcome back Q, tell us when the arrests are going to happen and the reason Trump is letting the Dems move to impeach." And knew it was coming. You knew one of them was going to ask, "Epstein didn't kill himself, change my mind." And it would have been great if Q that was their first drop. Boom. We know where Epstein is. He's not really dead. Whatever the case may be. We'll see. We're going to talk about, Epstein at the end of the episode, but we'll see what happens. All right. So after that, you guys know the Q posted a YouTube link, and it was on the board, and then it was deleted. Praying Medic says here, I don't know why it was deleted or who deleted it, but it was posted using Q's trip code. So again, we know it was Q, and this was the video down here. It's a 55-minute video of American flag waving in the wind, which to me was an awesome signifier that Q was back. So this post has links to 2 tweets in the phrase "rig for red." So this is where I wasn't reporting on. This was not out yet. And that night while I was sleeping, I wake up and I see the Q notification on my phone for the Q app for Android, and I went nuts. It was like Christmas, right? And this is what it was. It was 2 links to 2 tweets here. The first tweet is from 3 Days 3 Nights, who deduced that a previous stringer, 93DK, predicted 93 days of darkness where there would be no posts from Q. And you could see it here. Acun.net live today, 93 days dark. Since Q post 3570, which was the last post that Q made in August, you see them adding up the days here: August 1st, November 1st, November 2nd. Stop, exactly 93 days dark. Q linked this tweet. Awesome stuff, right? This mathematical stuff that Q pulls off is absolutely amazing. It really is. But here we go. In the post that was referenced above, Q trolled former FBI director James Comey. And we all remember this one. This was during the summer. This is when I just started doing all this stuff. Was the corn ripe for harvesting? It is now. 93 days dark. And there's some random picture of James Comey in a cornfield. Fuck, it's so weird. Absolutely weird. But not only that, guys, right after the Q troll here for James Comey, this is the other tweet that was linked. The second tweet was from Say When LA, and I follow him. He's awesome. Who noted that U.S. Attorney John Durham, who was investigating the Spygate conspirators, served as an interim U.S. attorney since October 28th, 2017, the first day that Q posted. I never knew that until I saw this. Absolutely amazing. And you can see the tweet here. I'm not going to read it, but in the last post, Q wrote "rig for red," which is a command to turn on a submarine's red lights when it is about to surface at night. The red light allows for operations to continue while preserving night vision. Many scenes in the film, The Hunt for Red October, were filmed in red light. Why is this relevant? In December of 2017, after the CIA, Snow White compromised the CBTS board, making it impossible to post securely, Q wrote, "Rig for silent running," a term submariners use for silent operations. Q notified us he would stop posting temporarily, and you can see it here. "We may have exhausted our ability to maintain safe comms. Snow White. Rig for silent running, unknown return, Godspeed, Patriots." Like I said, Q is very, very anal about secure comms, and they will not post if they feel any kind of board is compromised. They're super careful. This plan is way too important. It's way too massive for any mistake to happen. So you have that. On January 6th of 2018, after the 8chan poll board had been compromised, Q indicated he would no longer post there. Some may think operational security is a joke, but Q takes it very seriously, and they absolutely do. This was on the 6th, so there will be no further posts in this board under this ID. This will verify the trip is safeguarded and in our control. This will verify this board is compromised. God bless each and every one of you. Fight, fight, fight. Pretty awesome stuff. And the phrase "rig for red" speaks of resurfacing or reemergence after a period of silent operations. I believe that once Q is satisfied that he can post securely on Acom, normal operations will resume. Pretty awesome stuff. So think about it, guys. The last time Q posted before the other day was back in the first day of August. They were silent for those 93 days. We know they weren't just sitting around doing nothing. Stuff was going on behind the scenes while, we're all still here. I was telling everybody to relax with Q. People were saying Q is never going to return, blah, 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 blah. And not worried at all. Not worried at all. They were here the entire time. And just like in Hunting for Red October, the submarine reemerged. We are ready to kick some ass again. And guys, Q's back. Q is back. And with everything going on, I can't wait for their first big drop. So we got that going on. So very exciting things, guys. So let's switch gears to something that was very troubling to me. This right here. This was an article done by mirror.co.uk. This was a story. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to move this around so it's not, my face isn't totally out of it. Pedophiles are born, not made, and nothing can change them, study finds. Okay. Let's get into this. This article reads, "Pedophiles are born, not made, and nothing can be done to change them, a controversial study has found." Neuroscientist Dr. James Comey arrived at the conclusion after studying the brains of convicted pedophiles. He said all the evidence suggests that pedophilia begins in the womb. Discussing his findings, Dr. Comey revealed that his research found that pedophiles are products of nature, not nurture, and a majority of them do not want to act on their urges. He told the Australian TV program 60 Minutes, "A person does not pick it. And despite every kind of treatment that has been attempted over a century, nothing has been shown to be able to change these people from pedophiles into non-pedophiles." Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Dr. Kenner, director of the Toronto Sexuality Center in Canada. Guys, Canada is in big trouble. They just signed something too that it's allowing mass surveillance on their citizens. Toronto, you gotta get Trudeau out of there. That's all I'm saying. I got nothing against Canadians or Canada, but you guys, you're just as bad as the United States right now. You guys got a swamp of yourself, and you guys got your own swamp to deal with. Anyways, so this director of Toronto Sexuality Center in Canada said society needs to rethink the way it deals with pedophiles by making medical treatment and counseling more readily available to them. He studied MRI scans of adults convicted of sexually abusing children. The program said he found a dramatic cross-wiring in the connective tissue of their brains. The network isn't connected properly, said, adding, it's accidentally identifying things in the environment that should evoke a parental nurture and instinct, but instead it's provoking a sexual and erotic instinct. And that's as far as I got with the guys. I couldn't read any more of this stuff because it just made me so angry. But the fact that mainstream articles like this, they're going out there, and for what I think is going on, these are like little seeds planting in the masses' consciousness, right? Just to test to see how people react to it, to see how far they can take this. And this idea that pedophiles are born and that it's just something we have to accept and that they need to be treated, they shouldn't be going to jail. All this stuff, guys, it's all part of the deep state agenda. It's so obvious. Look at this. All the evidence suggests that pedophilia begins in the womb. They're making pedophiles out to be victims. According to this article, they're victims of how their neurons in their brain were configured. And they have no chance, so they need help. And they do need help. They absolutely do need help. But at the same time, you're damaging children. Children have no idea what's going on. And that's not okay. So to sit here and try to victimize the people that are victimizing children is absolutely ridiculous to me. Absolutely ridiculous. And we've seen articles like this before, but it seems like more and more of these are coming out where it's almost like they're trying to make pedophilia the norm. Like it's okay. They're just urges that men and women have to take out. It's a normal part of human nature, right? It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. So, wanted to throw that in there for you guys. Let me know what you think about that in the comments, because it blew my mind. Alright, so let's get into the other news real quick. Let's blow right through this. This was from the Federalist. Scoops. This one won't surprise you. CIA FBI informant was Washington Post source for Russiagate smears. The Federalist has learned that the now outed CIA and FBI informant Stephen Halper served as a source for none other Amazon-owned Washington Post reporter David Ignatius, providing more evidence that the intelligence community has co-opted the press to push anti-Trump conspiracy theories. In addition, an email recently obtained by the Federalist from the MI5 connected Christopher Andrew, bragging that his longtime friend Ignatius has the inside track on Flynn, adds further confirmation of this conclusion. And it's a whole long article, guys. I'll link it down below. But again, more evidence that the CIA and FBI were actively trying to overthrow a sitting president. And even before he was elected, they were trying to smear him. It was all part of the plan. And not only that, you have the shitrag Washington Post being directly linked to CIA. We know that's true. Amazon's there. And on top of it, we just found out that Amazon, Steve Bezos' wife, had links to Ghislaine Maxwell. What a surprise, right? This is all connected, guys. But it's just more evidence. More evidence of the narratives that we already know, of the truth. We know Trump's being set up. We've known it for a long time. But now all the nitty-gritty details are coming out, and they talk about Flynn, and General Flynn's going to be just fine. He's going to be totally fine. He's going to be sitting cozy very soon. If not, he might already be sitting cozy. So we got that. Real quick here, Sarah Carter tweeted out, Republicans plan to call Adam Schiff as witnesses in the impeachment inquiry against President Trump, claiming he is a fact witness due to his office's early involvement with the whistleblower whose complaint sparked the proceedings. So Schiff now is going to be on the defense, while the Republicans are going to be able to lob whatever the hell they want at Schiff to get some answers on this so-called whistleblower. And it's going to be fantastic, guys. And now, maybe we're going to finally get some straight answers. Probably not. It's Schiff. The man's face makes me want to just punch it in until there's nothing left. But we'll see what happens. So we got that. And on top of it, while I was getting this episode set up, we also found out that Trump and the United States are pulling out of the Paris Accord, which is amazing news. And this was from Secretary Pompeo. Today we begin the formal process of withdrawing from the Paris Agreement. The U.S. is proud of our record as world leader in reducing all emissions, fostering resilience, growing our economy, and ensuring energy for our citizens. Ours is a realistic and pragmatic model. So guys, just another step in getting away from the globalist agenda. And of course, the mainstream media is already attacking Trump. You know, fossil fuel, he's sucking up to the fossil fuel industry, blah, 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 blah. That has nothing to do with it. We need jobs, and that's it. We need jobs, and on top of it, we're getting away from that globalist agenda. It is what it is. Yep, U.S. formally notifies UN of withdrawal from Paris Climate Accord. We just went over that. Now, guys, here we are. This, I don't know what this is going to be about, but I was at work and I saw this come across my phone. James O'Keefe tweeted, "Our last insider helped us expose CNN, but now it's time to raise the stakes. A new insider has come to Project Veritas with secret video recordings." And we have Epstein cover-up. This is going to come out tomorrow at 9 a.m. Very, very intriguing. And what's more intriguing, guys, is while this was going on, we got news that the NYPD Commissioner, James O'Neill, has just submitted his resignation to Mayor Deblasio. What is that about? I see it. So I saw this earlier today, and then I see this. NYPD Commissioner James O'Neill has just submitted his resignation to Mayor Deblasio. I wonder if those two events have anything to do with each other. Do you think the timing is coincidence? Q did say there was going to be a ton of resignations. So, I don't know. Tomorrow's going to be very interesting, guys, but right here, and if you guys haven't done it yet, send out the hashtag. Right here on my feed, this is probably a lower number now, but 44.8K tweets of hashtag Epstein cover-up. I've already tweeted it out multiple times on my own Twitter. Get it out there. Get it out there. I don't know what this is going to entail. I'm not getting my hopes up. What would be great? Maybe it is Hillary with the, strangling Epstein. That would break the world. I don't even know what would happen if that would happen, but hey, who knows? Maybe they do have it. So wait and see for that, guys. Apparently there are some secret video recordings, maybe inside the Manhattan jail, Manhattan Corrections. I don't know. We'll see. So we got that. And on top of it, again, NYPD Commissioner James O'Neill has just submitted his resignation right after Project Veritas announced that an insider has provided them with secret video recordings on the Epstein cover-up. Coincidence, Epstein didn't kill himself. Yep. I don't think he killed himself either. Well, I don't know where he is. We'll see what happens. So, that's going to tie it up for me today, guys. Again, thank you guys. Hit my 10,000, another 10,000 view video. Awesome stuff. Get the word out there about this channel, guys. If you support independent media, remember what Q said, we are the news now. This is the movement. This is what we're doing. This is part of it. Any kind of subscription, like, share, you are helping. Don't think it doesn't matter. It does matter. We are fighting powers. We're fighting spiritual powers on top of it that I don't really get into at this moment. Down the road, I'm probably going to. There's just too much to cover for me. I'm only one person. But we are fighting against entities. We are fighting against gigantic corporations. We need to get the word out there organically. And it's just us, guys. This is all we have. So hit the subscribe button, like, share. So, and before I go, I want you guys to watch this video. It's absolutely hilarious. If you guys have seen it already, laugh at it again. Here we go.
Commission, and he can't wait. So thank you and thank Nero for your service. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. If I could I throw a PSA out real quick? Just the remarkable nature of these dogs and them being highlighted in the news creates a huge demand by people that frankly shouldn't have them. If you see the coverage and you decide I want one of these dogs, either buy a finished trained, fully trained and finished dog from a professional, or just don't get one at all. And Epstein didn't kill himself.
All right. Commission. And, you can't...
And with that, guys, remember, Epstein didn't kill himself. Until then, stay woke.